Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and in this video, I'm gonna be going over all of my finances from 2021. All things considered, 2021 was pretty decent for me financially. I did have a very rough year just as a person with my health issues and a lot of things that happened in my life. But financially, I still stood pretty strong, and I'm happy about that. I'm grateful for that, and I'm proud of that. There's a lot for me to run through though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into all these numbers. We're first gonna start with the money goals that I set for the year, and I'll let you know whether or not I achieved them. The first goal I set was to pay off all my debt. That was like my big stretch goal for 2021, and I had planned it out. I made a whole video on it, but did that happen? It did not. I'll talk about the specific numbers in just a moment, but I did not get anywhere close to paying off all of my debts, but I still was able to save enough and pay off a decent amount. So I'm happy about that. Goal number 2 was to reach a positive net worth. That was kind of like my fallback goal, and I did achieve that goal. And that was in November 2021, and I hit over $300 or so in November of a net worth. And this doesn't include my car. I don't include like anything that I physically own as part of my net worth, just because I prefer not to. So this is just like my investments, my cash savings, stuff like that. And for me, this was a really big milestone. And then the next big thing is for me to reach a net worth of 100K, obviously to be debt free, but then the next big thing is 100K net worth and having 100K invested, which I know will take some time and a lot of effort, but that is just something, ever since I hit 0, I'm really focused on it and excited about that. Goal number 3 was to reach an emergency fund of $6,000. And I had a whole plan, like how I was saving for this, and then I had to deplete it. I had some like medical bills, my dog's surgery and stuff, and other things with my dog, and I did not reach that goal. The highest I got my emergency fund, I think, was in up to like May or June, and that was $4,782, and then it got to 3,000, and then it got below 3,000, and then back up to 3,000 again. So I ended the year with $3,000 saved in there, but that's better than nothing, and that's actually pretty decent. And going forward, I have new goals set to get even higher than $6,000, so I'm not too upset about it. It would have been nice to have that, but I'm not, stressing about it. Goal number 4 was to make $1,000 or more per month in online income. And this, I'm gonna say yes, just because my goal overall was to make at least $12,000 online, and I did. I made over $15,000, but there were 2 months that I didn't reach 1,000. I was close. I think I had made like 965 one month and then like 980 something the other month. So I was just like $50 off. And overall, I did, on average, I reached over $1,000 per month, considering I made 15. Goal number 5 was to reach 10,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. This was just kind of it's not a huge important goal to me. My subscriber count doesn't really matter. Of course, the more people I reach, the more views I can get, and the more people I can help with their finances, and just overall we can have a stronger financial community. But more importantly are like the views when it comes to YouTube. This was just a number I wanted to put out there. Initially, I remember I wanted to aim for 5K because when I first started the year, I was a lot further away from 5K, but then I was like, oh no, that's too close. Like, I'm gonna achieve that too quickly. So I went for 10K, but I didn't hit that. I got up to, by the end of December, I got over 7,000 subscribers. And now, actually today, I hit over 8,000. I hit 8,000 and now I'm over 8,000. So that's very exciting. And I know I'll get to 10K probably within the next couple of months. And again, it doesn't really matter, but it is pretty cool to have a pretty large audience when it comes to all this money stuff. And those were all the goals I set. So I achieved 2 of them out of the 5. But nothing, just because I didn't hit them, it doesn't mean I didn't make progress or I didn't get close to them, and that's really all that matters. If you're interested in what my money goals are for 2022, I have a whole video for that, so I can link that down below. Okay, now we're gonna go into my debt, and I started the year with $40,623.13 of total debt, and this was broken down between 2 debts: my car, which was $4,383.99, as well as my student loans, which was $36,239.14. Honestly, I forget that I've paid off my car sometimes, and I forget that it was so recent. Like, it hasn't even been a year since I've paid off my car, and every time I think about it, I get a little bit excited that I'm driving a car that's paid off. So I paid off my car in February of 2021. I think that was 2.5 years early that I paid it off. And then I did end up putting a little bit of money toward my student loans just to get it to an even $36,000. So I paid down $239.14. And then I ended the year with official amount of debt at $36,000 because I still have the whole $36,000 in student loan debt because they're in forbearance and at 0% interest. So I've just been saving for them in a savings account to gain some interest on them. And then when I have to pay them back, which was supposed to be September 2021, and then it was supposed to be January 2021, and then it was supposed to be September 2021, and then it was supposed to be February 2022, and now it's May 2022. So I'm grateful for that because it's saving me a lot in interest. I was looking at what I paid in interest in 2022 versus what I paid in 2021. In 2022, I paid $742 in interest, which is not bad at all, actually, considering all things. And then in 2021, I paid $13.09 in interest just on my car. $13. That's insane. Just because in 2019 and 2018, I think I was paying like over $3,000, possibly over $4,000 in interest every year because of my credit cards and my student loans. So I am so grateful to see just $13 in interest. Okay, but as I said, I officially have $36,000 of debt, but the amount of cash that I have saved for my student loans would get me down to $23,920.44 of total debt. So if we include what I have saved and me paying down my car, I paid down a total of $16,702.69. That's not that much. I mean, it is. I could do a lot of things with $16,702. That's for sure. But when it comes to debt, paying down debt, that doesn't feel like that much to me when I read it or when I see it, because I would like to be closer to 20,000 or above 20,000. And I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm still happy with this number. I just can't wait for the day to be debt free because, like I said, $16,000 is a lot of money when it comes to like that could be part of a down payment for a house. That could be me investing my money or going on, you know, how many different vacations with that amount of cash. I could buy a car with that amount of money. It sucks to see that go. I mean, I haven't used all that money because it is in savings, but it sucks that I have to have that money for that, but it's okay. We're making progress. I am hopeful for the future because I know that if I'm able to save that much money and pay off this much debt every year, that means going forward, once I am debt free, I know I can invest that amount of money or more, and that's gonna feel really good and really accelerate my progress. Now let's talk about my income from my full-time job. If I just add up my gross income, that came to $60,515.75. I've talked about my income quite a bit. It's weird. It's treated as a scholarship, even though I'm not in school. It is my full-time job. It's treated as my salary. So it's not taxed. I pay quarterly estimated taxes on it. It's not a 1099. It's treated as a scholarship. And then they also pay me a insurance stipend on top of this, which is like $550 per month. And I have to pay taxes on that. So technically my income that I have to report is like 68,000-ish, I want to say, but what actually hits my bank account is 60,515.75 cents for 2021. In online income, so that's from my blog, my YouTube channels, my coaching, affiliates, sponsorships, which are very few and far between, from direct support from y'all, I made $15,057.97, which is definitely the most that I've ever made from online income, and I'm very happy about that. And then in extra income, which this includes credit card cash back, this includes like studies that I participated in, gifts, the stimulus checks. This does include my tax refund, which I probably should have taken out, but I didn't know which numbers it was, so I just left it in there. This includes apps like Ibotta, and Fetch. So in extra income, this is outside of my online income, I made $6,482.40 for my total income for the year, gross income, to be $82,056.12. That's insane. I'm so happy with that number, and just to be able to create an income for myself on the side, because to me, for me having like my master's degree and my level of like expertise, I guess you would say, I feel like $60,000 as an income is not that much, because I know what I could make in other industries. You guys know I do want to try and get a career in Salesforce, and just being in the tech space, you would be starting at that salary. So for me to be at my current job for 4 years now and only be at 60K is like, it's not that much money at the end of the day, considering how much I invested into my education and that I have my master's degree. So I'm happy that I was able to increase my income on the side to over $80,000. And I hope this year or the next year I can be over the 6-figure mark, because that's been a goal of mine for a long time, to make over 6 figures in a year, and I think I can get there. Something I wanted to mention about my extra income is the credit cards, because I've made a pretty decent amount in credit card bonuses and referrals and such. So between 4 of my credit cards, Bank of America, Chase, Discover, and Capital One, the bulk of this is from Chase and Discover, which I have linked down below if you're interested, I made a total of $1,534.51 in cash back. This does include about half of it from referrals, because like if you use my link and you sign up, I get $100 for Chase and $100 or $50 from Discover. So if I exclude those, just from cash back from my spending, I made $784.51. So this is exactly why I love using credit cards, and why I would personally never use like my debit card or cash on a regular basis, because I made $784 from just doing my regular shopping, and that is worth it to me. Of course, if you are not a responsible credit card user, that's not something you should take advantage of, but yeah, I love it, and I'm hoping going forward I can make even more. Okay, a number kind of related to my online income that I haven't mentioned yet are my M1 Finance referrals, because this number is pretty huge. And from M1 Finance, I made $4,270 in referrals. That's crazy. On the app, it says that I've referred, as of today, 131 people. So from 2021, I've probably referred, I don't know, maybe like 125 or something is from that year. So I just opened my M1 Finance account in 2021, and I'm so happy that y'all have used my link, all 131 of you. Thank you so much if you've used my link. It truly helps me out, because that helps my net worth, that helps me to invest, that makes up for me not having a 401k or anything like that at my job. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm hoping going forward I can continue to have a lot of referrals, because it just helps so much. And I do really like that app, so I'm not like afraid to promote it. So if you are interested in M1 Finance, it's linked down below. You get $50 when you contribute $100. So yeah, that was just M1 Finance referrals, which I technically could include as like online income, but it's all invested. So I don't know how it's gonna work exactly when it comes to my taxes. I'll just have to wait and see. So I wanna share with you also my passive income from the year, because this isn't something that I've ever tracked, but I went through and added up everything, and all this passive income is 100% passive. So I could count some other things as being passive, but they kind of require a little bit more effort. So if it has anything to do with my business, I don't count it as passive. This is strictly interest that I've earned, dividends that I've earned, and then credit card cash back. So in total for 2021, I made $1,020.65 in passive income. This is a number I want to grow so much over the next few years and just forever, because passive income is the best. If you don't know what passive income is, this just means that it's money that you're doing without having to work for it. Like you just do something and it grows naturally. I did break this down. I already mentioned my credit cards. That was $784.51 if we exclude the money from the referrals. Vanguard dividends, $97.52. Marcus by Goldman Sachs, this is my high yield savings account where I keep all of my sinking funds and my emergency fund. I made $51.04 in interest. M1 Finance interest, so M1 Spend account that I have that's earning 1% APY, I made $52.52 in interest. And then my M1 brokerage dividends, $35.06. It's not bad, it's not bad. And the more money that you have saved, the more you can make. But you can see that out of that 1,020, the largest was using my credit cards, which I do consider passive because it's not, I'm just using my card. All right, this next one is my net worth, and this is the most exciting to me. I started 2021 with a net worth of negative $23,106, and I ended the year with $5,561. This is a difference of $28,667. Wow. I'm gonna go over like all of my investments and stuff and how much the difference between those, but I would say like my Roth IRA made a pretty big difference, the M1 referrals, and then my student loan savings are the big things. I do have quite a bit saved up in cash between my sinking funds too, but the student loans are the big part of it. So let's break that down in regards to my investments. At the start of 2021, my Roth IRA had $5,014. I contributed $2,450, and I ended at $9,060. So the difference between that is $4,046. And as I said, I only contributed $2,450, so the rest of that growth was just compounding interest in the market, which is beautiful. Next investment is M1 Finance, again, my brokerage account. I started at zero at the beginning of 2021. Throughout the year, I contributed $280, but I ended with $4,952. Again, 4,270 of that was referrals. I contributed 280, and then the rest would be growth in the market. Coinbase is crypto. Started the year with nothing in there. I didn't start investing until October in that, so I contributed $30, ended at $121. And then finally, Webull started at $0. I didn't invest at all into that, so I contributed nothing. This is all referrals, and it was $528 by the end of the year. So my total amount invested at the beginning of the year was only $5,014 because that was just my Roth IRA, and I ended at $14,662, which is a difference of $9,648. A lot of growth in my investments, and we are gonna keep that up in 2022. Okay, a couple more things to share. My credit score, the beginning of the year was at 763, which is pretty good. And now, or at the end of December, it went up to 789. So pretty decent jump there, over 20 points, and I'm happy about that. I do try to keep my score up just because I want to. I know it's not too important, especially if I'm not gonna be, taking out any loans anytime soon, which I probably won't be, but I still want to keep that in good shape. So I'm happy with 789. I want to get over 800 just because I want to get over it. I had written this down, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I started the year with about 2,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, and I ended with about 7,000. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And then I did want to share one more thing, which is my debt trackers. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I'm not going to complain because I am happy to not be paying interest, but I didn't get to actually pay down any debt, so I don't feel comfortable, I don't think that's the right word, but I don't want to color in my debt trackers until I actually have paid down the debt, because it's just not the same thing. But this is the progress I made on my debt trackers in 2021. So all of this was empty when I started the year, but because I paid off my car, I was able to color in 4 circles because each of these represents 1,000, and once I get below that number is when I colored in, so only 4. And then I colored in all of my car loan being paid off, and then a little bit of this student loan because that was like the $239 that I paid toward the one with the highest interest at the time. Truly, there was no point of me even making this, but it's still cool to have and to, I colored in some of it. It's nice to look back on, and I did make one for 2022. It's in a bigger notebook, but basically the same thing. And I haven't colored anything in yet because again, I haven't paid anything down, but that's what we're working with. And by the end of the year, this should all be colored in. Okay, I know that was kind of a lot. I threw a lot of numbers at you, but I'll try to put everything up on the screen so it makes more sense. But I'm truly happy with 2021 and so proud of myself for just getting through the year and making the progress that I did. It feels really good. I'm still in the best financial situation I've ever been in my life, and I know that going forward, that's just going to continue. I appreciate all of you being here and supporting me and cheering me on through all of this. It really truly motivates me and keeps me going, so thank you so much. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section if you have any. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.